The business starts to get heavy and the schedule starts to get full, what's the first thing to go?
Self-care.
Right. But like,
Right? That is just straight maintenance. That
right.
is not self-care. Like some days I nail it. And then some days I just like throw it all out the window and you would wonder, is this the same person?
I just made a decision that I come first.
I will prioritize other people, other things over myself.
The more I take care of myself, the more my body requires it. I know that one thing I can control is, did I get my butt to the gym and did I move my body? What else you want to know?
Do you ever struggle? Do you ever have days that you're like, no? Do you ever have an ick day where you don't do it?
Hi there, I'm Drew Walker.
And I'm Heidi Joy.
Welcome to Get Over It. So today we're going to talk about taking care of yourself while you're doing all the things and running the business and all of it. Yeah.
Or maybe we're going to talk about not taking care of yourself
Oh.
and doing all of the things while taking care of business.
So, like self-care is such a buzzword, and like so that's why I like to say, let's talk about taking care of yourself while you're doing all of this, because self-care can mean a lot of things. So like when you think about what does taking care of yourself while you're running the business and doing all the things look like, what does that look like for you?
Well, I can tell you what it's not first,
Okay.
right? So, like, people like do self care, go get your nails done, have your hair done, have some self care. No, that is like taking the car to the shop and getting the oil changed. That is just straight maintenance. That
Right.
is not self care. That does not do and improve anything here at all.
Right. It might feel good, like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get my nails. Oh man, it's
yeah.
not for me, but like, yeah, I get that.
So, what it is for me when I'm clicking on all cylinders is I've slept the appropriate amount of hours.
Yeah.
I've hydrated. Hydration has become huge. Like
Mm.
whether I have a headache or I don't have a headache, and just how I function in the day. Proper nutrition, and did I exercise? Did I do something that moved my body around that day?
Yeah.
And that can be anything from walking to yoga to going to the gym, just movement.
So, like, if somebody followed you around for a week, where would they see you not taking care of yourself?
Well, I think if somebody followed me around for a week, they might think that's a little nutty because, like, some days I nail it, right? And then some days I just like throw it all out the window, and you would wonder, is this the same person?
Mm-hmm.
I am not super regimented or like
Oh,
structured, and I know that there's big debates on when you should exercise, and I've tried to do it in the morning, and it's really not my jam.
yeah,
I found what works best for me is I do it at the end of the day, get all of the whatever out of my head. Like
yeah.
I go back to focusing on me. Yeah, I'd love to be a morning person, but that's just not who I am.
So, like, what I'm curious to know is, like, 'cause I know you pretty well. Not everybody that's listening knows you really well. There are things that trip everybody up. So, like, when the business starts to get heavy and the schedule starts to get full, what's the first thing to go?
Self-care.
Right. But like,
Right?
but what specific
No,
part of it?
like I have found myself at 9:30 at night and said, "Oh my God, I didn't eat anything today."
Oh, right. Yeah. We
Like,
talked about that this
like
morning. Yeah.
I literally haven't eaten anything today,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I might get up and make a protein shake at 9:30 at night because I just realized that I haven't eaten anything. That sounds
Mm.
nuts, but like that's what happens.
Yeah. So like what I mean, but like why does that happen? Do I I I get that there's all the
Cause like
things.
cause I'm a dog with a bone, and I'm not stopping until I get what I want work wise. So what I've learned about myself is sometimes it's better for me to step away from what I'm trying to fix because it resolves itself while I'm doing something else instead of keep doing that.
So
And
you've
like
learned that about yourself, and yet you keep doing that.
not as much as I used to. So I'm a work in progress when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And having reminders and people in my world to remind me to do the things that actually make me better is crucial. You're one of those people.
So I want to go a little bit deeper here. Like, what is the voice in your head saying when you decide that you need to focus on the business more? And I'm going to say, like, sacrifice yourself.
I think it's because I'm a fixer, right? So I want to fix whatever it is,
Hmm.
get resolution, and put it to bed. Like
Yeah.
I want to take whatever it is that I'm working on, tie it up in a bow, and shelf it.
So it's like more important that you just get the thing done and get it out of the way, and then you'll get back to taking care of yourself.
Yeah. So I will park my quote unquote self care before I'll park what I'm working on. And thank God I've had amazing people that I've worked with. And they would say to me, Heidi, park it overnight.
Okay.
I promise you, we're coming back to it in the morning. So, and you and I have talked about this before, the whole compartmentalizing that I think men do better than women.
Yeah.
Or most men do better than me. Let's say that. I won't generalize. And learning to park things, learning to let things marinate. And I don't know if it's because I'm a driver personality,
Yeah.
and I want to get it. I want to get it done, put away, and finished, and at my own expense. So again, I'm way better than I used to be, but I'm not you.
So like,
Like you're the opposite of me in a lot of things. This is one of them.
right. Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes our relationship great is that we both have these complementary strengths. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. Like I went through a long period of time where I too like had no control over, I'm going to say, whether or not I took care of myself. And very much it was just that when there's 8 clients that are under contract, and when this has to happen over here and you got to go and make this showing there and all of the things are happening, I was at the effect of all that. And the one change that I made,
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the secret sauce moment?
I don't know that it's the secret sauce moment, but you said I'm not a morning person, or didn't you say something like that earlier, like I can't work out in the morning?
I didn't say I can't. I'm just saying that's not my comfort, but
Right.
keep going.
So I just made a decision that I come first. That's it. I just made a decision that I come first. And that happened during COVID when I was just sitting around kind of doing nothing and pretending to work, and then like calling everybody that I knew because nobody knew what was going on, and I was stuck in my house. So, but I noticed that if I let the workout wait until later in the day,
It didn't
it just
happen.
wouldn't happen. Like, so for me, so to back up for a minute, like when I talk about taking care of myself, the only thing I care about is, did I go to the gym? Did I do something with my body that day? I've got to move my body for 30 minutes minimum
Mm-hmm.
for the day, preferably for an hour.
Okay.
And it's gone through like different iterations, but there was just a moment where I decided that it had to come first. And I look at it just like how we look at our business, or like how we're supposed to look at the business when it's going well. You put the hard things first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually doing the activities that generate the clients first, reaching back out into the relationships that you have first, not jumping into your emails first. And I don't know, I look at self care the very same way. I know that if I don't do this first, I don't have the motivation or self control to do it later.
So you had a pivotal moment where you made a decision that you come first. Congratulations. And I don't mean that sarcastically. Congratulations, because I obviously don't have little kids in the house anymore, but like there was a point in my life where I did, right? So like they come first.
Yeah.
You know, you're a mom, you're a dad, you have school drop off, you have dance lesson, like you have stuff, and they come first. And the family comes first, the business comes second, and then this happens over here, and then like 10 steps back, then I come. And again, I don't know if that's a male female kind of thing. I've definitely been there. So like I will prioritize other people, other things over myself. And it's a constant thing that I'm working on. And I've gotten to the point now where it's not all or nothing, right? Like I am not a failure because I didn't do it right today. I can get up tomorrow and I can do it differently. I can get up tomorrow and I can do it the way that I want to do it. That's a big shift for me, because if I did it, we're gonna call it wrong, right? One day where I didn't, like, I put everything else first before me. That's it. That's who I am. I'm resolved, blah, blah. No, tomorrow I can make sure that I pour into me so that I can help others. And that is a motivator for me because I've learned that when I do take care of myself, I'm better for other people.
Yeah. So, like, what you're saying is that in the past, the way that maybe it unfolded, and I don't know if this is true. Like, I'm going to actually say for me. So when I wasn't regimented, when I wouldn't go to the gym in the morning, and it was Monday morning, I would literally say to myself, "Oh, the whole week is screwed."
You get it then.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole week is screwed. And I don't know what that is, like why we believe that if one thing goes poorly, that everything else is going to fall apart.
So I've gotten that way with food too.
Oh, like one bad meal and
Yeah. So like whatever. I woke up this morning and I had a cookie. I ate a cookie. That's what I had for breakfast. It was a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. Fantastic. So that doesn't mean that I have to eat crap the rest of the day. I ate a cookie. Now I can, have the greens, the protein, the blah, 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 whatever stuff. Because in the past, oh, I ate that bad. I'm going to cheat and eat stuff that I shouldn't all day long. I don't have to do that.
That makes me incredibly nervous that you had a cookie first thing. That makes me sweat.
See? There, I know.
It's just like I can't even contemplate that. I don't know that my body would work if I did that to it. I also think there's another, anyways, we're not really having a conversation about health, but like more like the conversation for taking care of yourself. But one thing I notice is that the more I take care of myself, the more my body requires it.
Offline, you and I have had a conversation about where you started this practice and now you're addicted to it. You're addicted to something that's good for you, but not in the sense where you're obsessive about it and you're spending 6 hours a day in the gym, right?
I'm a little obsessive about this.
Making sure that it happens, not
yeah,
taking too much time in it is what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Because some people like they go crazy, right? And they're exercising 6 hours a day and working one. Like you figured out that cadence of where you should spend the appropriate amount of time.
Yeah.
And I remember you're like, oh, use this app, it'll do this. And I'm like, I am not tracking that stuff. I am not recording that stuff. It's not happening.
She uses my app now. I'm so stoked. It's so awesome.
And the app is Gymverse for anybody that wants to know. The other thing that you said to me was, Heidi, you don't have to spend 2 hours at the gym. Maybe only 30 minutes. And I'm like, 30 minutes? I can't do it. What's 30 minutes going to do for me? Well, of course, I always have to try to beat time. So sometimes it's only 25 minutes, depending upon how I can integrate things that I'm doing while I'm there. I wouldn't say that I'm addicted, but I'm not hating it anymore.
I'm super proud of you.
I'm actually kind of proud of myself because especially when you haven't exercised or been in the gym in a long time, at least for me, like I'm self-conscious, right? Like who's looking at me? Am I doing it? Like who sees me? And honestly, nobody cares because they're there for themselves. They're not even looking at you. And I do this crazy story in my head that somebody's watching me. They're not watching me. They're watching themselves.
They're way more concerned about how they look.
Yeah.
They're staring at the mirror in the gym. I promise you, I have spent a lot of time in gyms. Everybody in the gym is constantly looking in the mirror at themselves to see how they look.
I mean, I was in the gym with you the other day and I was waiting to be corrected and do it this way or that way. And I think you even forgot I was there.
I did. I intentionally tuned you out because I was focused on my workout. Yeah. I mean, and I know there's a whole other conversation there for that. I do think that women that go to the gym probably also have to deal with like the creeper factor, but so do the gay dudes. Like, like half the guy, like I can't figure out if the guys are like, yeah, he's cool, or if like they're like, hey, but that's a whole.
We never know where these conversations are going to go. But one thing that we will always promise each other is that we will laugh.
I do want to talk about one other component of this though, and that it's like, I feel that when we talk about taking care of ourselves, like it's less for me about the physicality of it, and it's more for me about that it's a place that I can win. So
You
Like,
might have just dropped some gold right there. It's a
so when
place for that you can win.
exactly. So, I mean, to be honest, I mean, you know this. Like, there's lots of years when the business is going great, and there's months and weeks where everything is awesome, and then there's moments where everything seems like it's falling
Mhm.
apart. And
So good. So good.
I know that it doesn't matter what the clients are doing, what the agents are doing, what the Fed is doing, what the government is doing. I know that one thing I can control is, did I get my butt to the gym or to the pickleball court, and did I move my body? I mean, I'm a control freak. I need to control things. And I think all
There it is. There it is
entrepreneurs,
on camera. I heard, do we hear that? I'm a
yeah,
control freak. I
I'm a
love you.
total type A crazy control freak. And I mean, it's why I've got the computer with the notes. It's why you're over there flying free. Like, it's just like I need to know, and I need to check the box. And having that win early in the day, it reshapes me. I mean, it makes me a winner
Right. So
in for the rest of the day. And it gives me power to go and have conversations. And then when I'm dealing with people that aren't doing what they want to do, or agents on the team that maybe they're not taking the actions that I need to take, it gives me a lot more courage to be able to challenge them, because I am somebody who does what I say I'm going to do, and I know myself as that.
what I just heard is that your hack is, if you go and do that, irrespective of whatever else happens in that day, you can check a W, at least in
Yeah,
one category.
yeah, exactly. And I want a W. I love checking the box for the W. What else you want to know?
I want to know, do you ever struggle? Like, do you ever have days that you're like, no? Do you ever have an ick day where you don't do it?
Yeah, I mean, so I went through a period where I was working out 5 days a week, and then I decided that I wanted to be more athletic, and so I took on playing pickleball 2 or 3 days a week, and that was a huge challenge. And I would go out on the court, and I like wouldn't play well, and that would stop me, and I would just like shut down, and like I would play for like 10 minutes, and I would look like a total fool out there, and like these women who were like in their 70s and 80s would like just crush me,
Well, that's
and
good for your self-esteem.
right. Well, and I mean, I laughed it off in the moment publicly, because that's what you do.
Mhm.
But that's what you do if you want to have any dignity. By the way, you don't act like a sore loser in that moment. But where it like what it did is it gave me something new to work on. Like initially, it was a setback, and then it just gave me something new to work on, and now it's something else that I'm kind of obsessed with, and I am setting a boundary on that. I only play for an hour and a half when I play, because I'm not going to be one of those people that literally plays pickleball all day and then goes. I mean, there's tons of Instagram videos out there about that, where these guys
Mhm.
are like, oh yeah, like I just lost my job, honey, because like I had to be training for the tournament, and I'm not going to be that.
So you had a setback, you got through it, but I mean, today, are there ever days that you wake up when you have the time, but you still don't do it? Like, do you ever have those days anymore, or because you've created such a healthy habit for yourself, you just do it automatically?
Yeah, there's days. They're few and far between, and when they happen, I feel it. And by the way, the old habit does creep in. Like I will say to myself, "Oh, like there's no way that I can get all this done today. Like I've got to just stay home and work for the morning." And the moment that I don't walk out the door, like this terrible experience comes over me. I don't know how else to describe it. Like I feel ick, I start to feel lazy. And then by the way, the quality of my work that day sucks, because it's all driven by that I have to do this. Like I have to call that client. I have to complete the budget for next month. I have to put together this video script for like what we're gonna do. Or like I have to, all the I have to's,
Mhm.
and that just crushes my productivity, and not my productivity, because I might be very productive, but it crushes my effectiveness.
So I just had a light bulb that just went off, because I don't want to have to anything. I hate to have to, hate
Right.
it. So I reframe that around I get to, right?
Yeah.
I get to go to the gym. I get to get the right amount of sleep. I get to. And then if I do the I get to, then everything else will become an I get to instead of an I
Mhm.
have to.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that for this conversation. I mean, I think giving myself the gift of putting me first, and having the time non-negotiable in my calendar, like I mean, you've seen my calendar. It's crazy. So everything's color coded. I know it's a little bit nuts. The one color that is predominant is the light blue, which is the me time. And it was never like that before. And, I mean,
because you figured that component out.
yeah.
And I think that moving forward, we'll have more conversations about different things where you don't have it all figured out.
Yeah. We've already recorded a couple of those. Wait until you see some of them. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this conversation.
Well, it's been helpful for me in the sense that I have to gamify things, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to gamify the language to myself instead of I have to, I get to. That just came during this conversation. You helped me get over that thing.
Yeah.
For me.
And I love that. I'm going to adopt that. Like, I go to work after I've taken care of myself. And even in those moments where it's not about the taking care of myself, it's like I get to do X.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
I get to insert thing.
And I appreciate you reminded me of the concept of that. I love checking off the box for W's.
Oh yeah.
And I could definitely apply that everywhere.
Everybody does, right? Yeah. So if this is one area that you can guarantee a win because you have complete control over it, then yeah, that makes sense.